Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Yes, while Geico could help you rack up more moolah faster than you can say metamorphosis, they've also been the fastest growing auto insurer for more than 10 years. That's more like it. Furthermore, Geico has fast and friendly claim service. That might seem like an oxymoron, but it's not. All the more reason to say no other auto insurer has more than Geico. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
We are the New York Knicks. I'm back in the New York groove. Well, it's the Knicks. New York. We are the New York Knicks. New York girls. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks taking no shorts, just like winter.
New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is Knicks.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Hey everybody, it's the New York Knicks podcast, episode 295.
Yes, 295, which is the number of episodes we've done, and the number of fouls called in the last Clippers-Rockets game.
Oof. Unwatchable.
Do you like playoffs when they call fouls on every other play, and the whole game is just watching guys shoot free throws?
Yeah, I love just watching guys stand around and shoot. It's awesome.
It's amazing. It's like, why don't they just break out, instead of even doing the playoffs, just have a game of horse.
Seriously. There was 96 free throws in game 2 of Clippers-Rockets.
And what was it? Who said to stop fouling us?
Kevin McHale.
You can't be, the solution is stop fouling us. I mean, like, we can't stop, like, James Harden from throwing himself into other players.
Yeah.
It's just really awful basketball. The NBA needs to really do something to stop this. We don't want to watch foul after foul after foul. Just change the rules, do something.
Yeah, I don't even understand, like, 0 people must like that.
It's not entertaining at all. It's just like if you were new to basketball and you were like, I haven't really watched basketball before. Oh, you said it's like a lot of action back and forth. Sounds great. Why are guys just standing around just shooting at the free throw line? Then the other guy does it. Then the other guy does it. It seems like terrible basketball.
Yeah. So we got a couple things planned for today, and we also want to talk about each series. So what do you feel like starting with?
Let's spend the next hour just updating on the Knicks. So much has happened.
I thought
we're all waiting for the May 19th draft lotto so we can find out that we picked number 5. I'm very excited for that. And even more exciting, we have a big... do you want to lead with the interview with Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Because Carmelo, actually, he's been... short interview, but he wanted to comment to us on what's going on with his offseason.
Right.
So, Jay, you want to cut to it?
Yeah, sure. All right, Melo, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. I have been working really tirelessly in this offseason. Getting the surgery, I'm ready to go, and I don't sound like myself because I'm so excited about my efforts.
I know, you're so excited. You sound just like my co-host. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, you've been working on your game. You're going to come back in full strength and ready to make the playoffs?
Yeah, my game, the Melo brand is all about Ninja Turtles Part 2. I am in the movie. Everyone should go watch it. I work tirelessly to make sure I am great in it.
That's awesome. Wait, Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I'm in Ninja Turtles too.
That's your big brand building thing?
Yeah, I'm in Ninja Turtles too. I've been working hard on that. If I have to sacrifice other things like basketball, so be it. Ninja Turtles too.
You couldn't even get a part in the first one.
Right, but Part 2, they only make Part 2s because the second one's better than the first. And more importantly, this is my big break.
I see. Well, I'm sure the Knicks fans are going to be really excited about this.
They should be. They can see me on TV for once. Well, when it comes out after the movies comes out to TV eventually.
Or yeah, I guess especially if the TV movie comes out in May, because you're never on TV in May.
Yeah, so that'll be really helpful for people that got to see me in May. Anyway, I'm excited about Ninja Turtles. Gotta go, guys. But Ninja Turtles, yes. Oh, Knicks. Something about the Knicks. I'll be better for next season, guys. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. Thanks. That's a relief.
Okay. Gotta go, Jay. I gotta work my brand. I got a bunch of interviews to go. I'm gonna be on E and Extra later.
Your brand sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Exclusive. We got to learn how to do voices. We really do.
Yeah, I can't do any voices. Should we talk about the playoffs quickly? So I was so excited today when I thought, hey, the Bulls are going to be up 3-1 on the Cavs. That didn't happen.
I forgot how much I hated the way LeBron playoff games are reffed. I'm more talking about game 3.
Okay.
Game 3 was really bad, where LeBron just barrels into Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler gets a foul call, and then he just drives in the other end, and no whistle. I mean, he had a touch foul or phantom foul. I don't know.
In fairness, Chicago won that game.
They did, but they almost didn't because of that.
Well, I had to give them credit. So game 4 ends. Towards the end of the game is tied. LeBron drives to the basket, makes contact with Taj Gibson. Gibson jumps in the air and makes some contact with him. And they could have called a foul because it's the NBA type foul, but not a real foul. Mm-hmm. And they chose not to. And LeBron missed the shot. And LeBron was crying, screaming. They blocked the shot. But then it was 0.8 seconds left on the clock, and Cleveland was out of timeouts. So naturally, the ref spent the next 5 minutes trying to figure out how much time was left on the clock, giving Cleveland plenty of time to drop a play.
Oh, you're talking about Game 5 now?
Oh, what am I talking about?
Yeah, no, I was talking about Game 4 first, but
I'm talking about Game.
Yeah,
it's 2-2. No, it's Game 4. That was today.
That was. Oh yeah, I started talking about Game 3 instead of Game 4. Never mind. We're organized here. Yeah.
Were you talking about the game that happened today?
No, I started talking about the game before that.
Yes, Game 3.
Yes.
Can we have to go back to school for counting?
No. Game 4 was the one you were just talking about, right?
This has been the most interesting part of the show ever.
All right, let's start over.
Wait,
Hi, welcome
3,
to the
4,
New York Knicks
4.
podcast.
Anyway, what really annoyed me the most was forgetting the refs. The last play of the game, LeBron hits a corner 3. Here's what I don't understand. Who else is the ball going to? Why is one guy covering LeBron?
I mean, it was a ridiculous shot.
No. I get it. Jimmy Butler was covering him, right?
Yeah, he was falling out
Butler's
of bounds.
standing there. LeBron jumps away, gets the ball, shoots a great 3. All the credit to LeBron. But hey, Chicago, just have a second guy covering him. Don't let him get open.
I think
you also had 5 minutes to call this play. All you had to say was, hey, just don't let LeBron beat us. No one else besides LeBron. Do not let LeBron. Leave J.R. Smith uncovered. You know what? Hey, the guy inbounding the ball, don't cover him. Just get 2 guys so LeBron cannot get the damn ball.
How mad are you that we had an early Sunday game and JR was not hungover and playing like crap? I was livid. I was livid that he was playing that well.
Shouldn't there be something thing on Twitter of him screwing up with Rihanna at 5 a.m. this morning?
There absolutely. If he was in New York, that's absolutely what would have happened.
Oh, what a goddamn! But don't you if he was playing? If you were coaching against LeBron, wouldn't your game plan at the end of the game be don't let LeBron get the ball, don't single cover him?
Well, I mean, it's easier said than done.
No, it's easier said than done to go, hey, second guy, stand near him. You're not allowed to have 2 guys near him?
Yeah, there was. I mean,
they had him single covered. It was as if they were saying, oh, one of the greatest players ever is on the court. Let's put him in single coverage and hope he doesn't get the ball.
Well, I mean, they did put in 4 other 3-point shooters.
Oh, yeah, because someone else was getting the ball. I'm sure they're going to pass to someone else.
Well, I mean, LeBron does pass more than a lot of other stars.
You know who was on the court? It was LeBron and Decoy 1, Decoy 2, Decoy 3, and Decoy 4. The guys were never getting the ball.
Well, that's
LeBron literally would have stolen the ball from the other guy if they gotten it.
Well, their plan worked. That's what happens when you have 20 minutes to write out a play.
They had 20 minutes to figure out that LeBron was getting the ball. So, I mean, that was some of the worst coaching ever. You know what? If it was the Knicks versus LeBron, I would simply go out and burn down MSG right now. But since I don't really give a crap, whatever. We do have another big interview. Oh, anything else we want to talk about in the playoffs? Memphis up 2-1 in Golden State.
Golden State does not look like they're going to win the series.
No, they don't. They it's kind of a, pretty much everything we said last episode was wrong. We said Clippers were going to get destroyed by Houston because they didn't have Chris Paul, and we made fun of Austin Rivers, who has been awesome.
Yeah.
We said what else did we say? We said Golden State was going to beat Memphis. That's going poorly for Golden State.
How do you feel about Randolph just completely kicking everybody's ass in the playoffs?
Well, we had him for a year and a half, and so we had a clear space because LeBron was coming here.
He was a 20-10 guy on the Knicks. I'm not mad about that.
No, it made no sense to get rid of him. He was here for a short time. He came from the Blazers, but he wasn't. Zach Randolph did nothing in New York that had you say, "Oh, we should get rid of this guy."
Right. Yeah, I'm not mad at him like I am at JR. I'm actually happy for him because he got out of a crappy situation. He's shining now. Unlike JR, where I just wish nothing but misery.
If you look at it, we got rid of Zach Randolph along with a bunch of other players, and trying to get LeBron ended up with Amari. Would you rather have Zach Randolph or Amari?
I mean, let's not even waste time on that. That's like a rhetorical question at this point.
It's unbelievable how much we screwed ourselves trying to clear space for LeBron when there was no indication he was even coming here.
Right, and that Zach Randolph team also had David Lee and a couple other players that we would have liked to still have.
We might have been a decent team, actually, if we just started developing players instead of trying to trade everyone off.
Mozgov kicked a lot of butt today.
Anyway, we're not going to revisit this. This is just part of my argument of that. If we start clearing space for Kevin Durant, I think I'll be done with the podcast. So we have a big interview, actually. Jay is a huge fan of ESPN Insider, aren't you, Jay?
Oh, yeah. It's totally worth all the money I pay every month.
They have amazing pieces on there that make you say, I'm glad I pay extra, because just finding out the real analysis on ESPN Insider. Some examples, Jay?
The other day they had, what was it? Oh, why the Clippers are better with Chris Paul.
Yeah. I would never have been able to figure that out. And the amazing analysis they probably had there.
Paid content. And
paid
then they
content.
Followed that up with some guy's mock draft for the first 10 draft picks, even though he doesn't know the order yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, you go to, like, SI.com, CBS Sports, NBA.com, and they're not going to have analysis. Like, they're not going to tell you why the Clippers would be better with Chris Paul, or they could just, like, give you some random predictions for the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to pay
that's
extra.
totally worth a monthly fee.
So, Jay has an interview with the managing editor for ESPN Insider, and he's going to take out some of his gripes on this guy.
Yep.
Do you want to cut to this interview?
Yeah, let's go to that now. Hey, guy who approves terrible articles. How you doing?
Hey, Jay. I should have rehearsed this voice ahead of time. I am Sir Arthur Insider.
Oh, cool.
Sir Arthur Insider, that is my name. ESPN Insider is not. It's like saying ESPN Insider Smith. It's all about insiders, just really my name.
Okay,
so you could address me as Sir Insider.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No, you could address me as Sir Insider, or I'm not doing this interview.
Can you take us in...
Sir Insider, please.
Sir Insider. Sir Insider.
I am Sir Insider.
Yeah, I know. I just called you Sir Insider.
I'm just making sure you use my correct name.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay, good.
So why don't you take us inside the mind of somebody who writes these articles?
We do some of the most compelling pieces ever at ESPN. And you have to pay extra because we pay our workers extra because we have the greatest analysis out there. For example, I'll tell you about some coming pieces we have.
Oh, good.
Coming up soon, and there's some Knicks-related ones also. I know you're a Knicks podcast. Would Steve Kerr had a much different season if he chose to coach the Knicks instead of the Warriors? Click on that if you pay your ESPN Insider bill.
Riveting.
Yeah. Why making the playoffs next year are key for the Knicks if they want to have a shot at the title.
That sounds like a good one.
Yes. Do teams need their max players to contribute? Another very thought-provoking article. If you pay extra for ESPN Insider.
That sounds also very Knicks relevant.
Yeah, we write some Knicks relevant pieces because we know the Knicks are part of the NBA and we are ESPN Insider.
You can really do your homework.
Do our homework. Why winning the draft lottery would increase the Knicks' odds of getting a good player in the draft. We have an article coming out tomorrow about that.
Nice. Is that included in the monthly package, or is that an extra fee?
It's an extra fee for the Knicks because the Knicks takes a little bit extra analysis.
Gotcha.
Why J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert are having more playoff success this year with the Cavs than they did last year with the Knicks.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with that.
But we do a lot of pieces about just the NBA. What is more important, defense or outscoring your opponent? Click on if you pay your fee.
I'm getting my credit card ready as we speak.
What time is tonight's playoff games? Click on ESPN Insider to find out.
Wait, you did an article on what time the games are?
Well, we just give the times of the games, but if you're an ESPN Insider, you'll know that time.
Okay.
How being tall has helped Dwight Howard's career. Click on ESPN's Insider.
That's
A related article, do you need to be tall to be in an NBA center? You'll find out. How much power do power forwards need? A companion piece, are small forwards really small?
How much power do power forwards need? Do you have did you come up with some analytics, like a power meter?
Can't really tell you, Jay. You have to click on the link and find out.
I was trying
if
to
you
be
pay your
sneaky.
fee, you'll find out why
trying to be
Derrick
sneaky.
Rose could have had a longer NBA career if he played more games.
Okay.
Steph Curry, would he still be MVP without his ability to shoot? Find out.
You got a lot of articles
Would
coming
losing
up.
LeBron for the playoffs hurt the Cavs? Find out. Click on the piece.
Did you just use the words from your Chris Paul article on that?
Maybe. You have to click on the link to find out. We probably might have changed the city or two. Or city, actually one city. Okay. Why losing Kevin Love for the remainder of the playoffs means he will not play in the team's next game against the Bulls. Click on and find out.
This is
The Wizards. Is the nickname meant to be literal?
Ooh, that's thought-provoking.
Yes, it is. Golden State. Does having a bunch of good players really help when it comes to winning?
So I'm thinking not, considering the also.
Why Anthony Davis would be a helpful addition to any of the playoff teams? We go through every playoff team and we talk about why Anthony Davis would be a helpful addition to that team.
That is
Including the team he's on.
That's pretty brilliant. Yeah.
The key reason the Miami Heat are worse this season, I bet you don't know.
No,
If you're an ESPN's insider describer, you'd find out. Are potential free agents looking to make more money? I bet you're curious.
Yeah.
Do all-time great coaches usually have all-time great players, and does that help?
This is
I might have made a list of 20 things to talk about with you, Jay.
yeah. This is this is a lot of stuff.
Do you have any questions for me? Because I'm out of articles. We can only do so much work at ESPN Insider.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you got a staff of
Could you address me as
hundreds.
Sir Insider, please?
I forgot, Sir Insider. It sounds like you have a staff of hundreds working for you to come up with this stuff.
We have if you how many people work for ESPN Insider? Find out. We click on the link if you pay the money.
Did I just give you an idea for your next article?
Yes, we have another article.
You seem to write these pretty fast.
No, they're painstaking. Find out how fast it takes to write an ESPN Insider article. Click on.
It's up already? Wow.
It's up already.
Wow, that was so. You're just writing articles while we're talking, huh?
I'm making money. We make a lot of money at ESPN Insider.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
We may leave ESPN and just become insider.com, assuming that website's not taken already.
How are you convincing people to get this?
I don't know. It's going to the roof. People say like, "Hey, I want to know what time tonight's playoff game is." Oh, ESPN makes me pay for that. I'll pay for it.
I like your business plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm
Sir Insider.
Thank you. We have a lot to cover, so as much
I'm
as
glad we wasted all our time with the first 20 minutes of the show doing this interview.
Yeah, that was great. So yeah, okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey Jay, how was the interview? I was getting lunch.
It was
at 9:00 at night.
It was very informative.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. What is going on? Do we have anything else to cover before the questions?
We didn't touch on the Atlanta Washington series, which we were also.
Oh, they are
wrong.
playing.
Yeah, we said that they had no chance without John Wall,
and
they won again. Does Chris
they
Paul
have
shoot 100% on last second shots? I mean, he just doesn't miss. He just does. It's crazy.
Is it 2-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he was a Knick, he would be our all-time favorite.
He would miss
player.
all the time. That's what would happen. If he was a Knick, Pierce would miss all the time.
But I mean, he talks trash and then he backs it up. Like, he would be our all-time favorite player.
Yeah, no. I mean, you would love him. You would absolutely love him.
So Atlanta sucks, right? They're not going anywhere. Are you getting the feeling that pretty much all the East teams would get stomped against? Like, it's going to be a bad finals, I think.
I don't know. I actually don't think so.
Really? I'm having a hard time thinking any of these teams can hold a hat to any of the West teams.
Well, I don't think it's going to be the Hawks or the Wizards, but it's probably going to be the Bulls or Cleveland, who I do think will put up a fight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a quick series.
Who do you think is going at this point? I think last time we were saying Golden State, which obviously is not happening, and we were convinced on Cleveland. Has your mind been changed?
I'm thinking Cleveland, Memphis. The problem is people are dropping like flies on Cleveland. Like Irving's injured now.
Yeah, I gotta think the Bulls might pull this off. And I feel like it'll be the Bulls against. I feel like it'll be Clippers, Memphis next round. I see it being Memphis winning. I see Memphis going to the finals. Yeah, I would say. Do you think like the Memphis is going to stomp all over the Bulls if they play them in the finals?
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be a tight series.
I feel like as injured as Cleveland's getting, the Bulls are just as injured.
Yeah.
I mean, Pau Gasol's missing games. I don't know what happened to Noah, but he like sucks now.
I'm not sure. I don't know. No, I guess my thought is that basically I would be surprised, but no matter who goes, if the series goes under 6 games for the finals.
Okay.
And 4-2 is not stomping. You're saying it'll be 4-1 or like 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah, I'm saying like 4-1.
I'll be surprised if that happens. I don't think that there's a disparity. I feel like both the Bulls and Cleveland. I mean, no one else in the East would be close. Like if you put the Hawks in there, it'd be a 4-0 series.
Yeah, the Hawks. I don't know what happened to them. Well, I guess Kyle Korver shooting like 20% doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
I don't get how you shoot 50% for 80 games and then all of a sudden just suck.
Well, I feel like the best record regular season is an overrated thing. It's one of those things that you only really want to do the first year you're good. After that, you're not as concerned for that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a huge sample size. You would think if you're dominating for that long, you wouldn't all of a sudden 2 weeks later stink.
But also, like, who are you beating? You're beating a lot of the bad teams. You're not beating the Wizards out of 7 games. I don't know. I don't know what the Hawks' record, and I could probably look this up. I'm not going to. But their record against good teams, wasn't so dominant.
Stats guy,
where are you, stats guy? Stats guy, we may have to fire you.
You haven't showed up for work in about 9 months. You're fired.
Yeah, this is. I mean, like, stats guy, we're gonna stop your paycheck.
I mean, we were okay missing the first like 6 or 7 months, but this is getting ridiculous now.
Yeah, this is getting really ridiculous. Should we move on to questions? We got a review on iTunes.
Awesome.
If we can get more reviews on iTunes, that would be even more awesome. Hey, you know when you're thinking, hey, I get this podcast for free. I'm listening for free. I do a lot of things for free here. could you write a review online? Just do that one little thing for us, and we'll keep going for free.
Right. I mean, it helps our iTunes ranking a lot. We get more visibility on there, and it really takes about 7 seconds.
Yeah, we're not asking for money. We're not asking for you to go out and commit like grand larceny or
We're not even
riot or
asking
do
you to buy
anything.
any of the 50 T-shirts that are sitting in my bedroom right now because everyone said they wanted them and then didn't buy them.
We're saying whatever computer or phone or anything you're on where you're downloading the show, could you also go there and write a review? And if it's not going to be a 5-star review, you don't have to write a review. It's okay. Anyway, Own D 007 writes, great podcast. Marc and Jay are hilarious and very knowledgeable about the Knicks. Always worth a listen. Check them out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
5 stars.
See, that was short and to the point. Those
Questions, emails, Twitter. Let's move this lightning around, Jay.
Yeah, we gotta. Oh my God,
We only have a ton of questions, so.
This is ridiculous. Okay, nyknickspodcast@gmail.com.
By the way, there's a post to our page. I'm trying to find a picture of Jay's Asian girlfriend. Help.
Where did you see that?
That was by Steven. He posted on May 7th. on our page.
Posted where? Oh, on the Facebook.
They posted, yeah, on the Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I posted another picture of me and my girlfriend on Instagram. NY Knicks Podcast on Instagram. If you want to see my Asian girlfriend.
What's going on with Instagram? It must be blowing up these days.
We are.
Is it going to be officially named Insta Knicks Podcast?
We are slowly creeping toward 100 followers.
Do you think one day it'll be as popular as our Pinterest page?
It can't be more popular than that.
Okay.
Lorenzo writes, awesome work on the podcast lately. They seem to be becoming thick and fast. Oh, can we leave reviews anywhere else besides iTunes, F iTunes, and F Apple? Yes, there's just search Knicks Podcast in any site we show up on. If they ask, if there's reviews, you leave reviews everywhere.
Yeah, but if you do that, email us and let us know you read a review. You wrote a review there, so we can read it on the show.
Right.
I get the whole F Apple and F iTunes, but it seems like a major way people distribute podcasts, so we can't really say F them right now.
Yeah.
But they don't know we exist, so.
I mean, we're on an Audio Boom. We're on I think what is it called? Podbean, something like that. We're
anywhere you want to write a review, that'd be very helpful, and just tell us where you wrote it, and we'll read it on the show. We'd be very happy. Anywhere you want to write it. If you want to write it on your refrigerator, take a picture of the review, send it to us, and we'll read what you wrote in your refrigerator.
Sounds good. Yep. What Mark said. I don't know what TuneIn is, but we've been getting a lot of downloads from there. I don't know how we even ended up on there.
So write a review and tune in. Okay, let's go to the questions.
He also wrote, I am curious to how many listeners there are. Give us a hint. 1 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 plus.
Think about how many people there are on Earth and just assume it's less than that.
The Knicks podcast does have over 1,000 listeners.
How many over 1,000, Jay?
It fluctuates wildly with the success of the Knicks. I mean, it's not. That's the thing with this show. It's not steady. We can fluctuate by thousands depending on if the Knicks are on a hot streak or not.
We kind of have a core. Did I kick one of my son's toys and now it's making noise? Great. And that's the noise in the background. We have toys here. We have basically kid booby traps everywhere we go. And my daughter's in our room. I have to sneak in there in the middle of the night to go to at night when I go to sleep. But I always step on something and I'm screaming in pain. But I can't if I actually make any noise. She wakes up and anyway.
Yeah, then your whole night's ruined.
Yeah.
After hearing Mark's joy about having a second kid, we just followed suit and pumped out another unit, as George Carlin used to say. I got to name him after Xavier McDaniel, except my wife doesn't know where I got the name from. I will probably keep quiet about this. Congratulations, Lorenzo. That's awesome. You guys have any friends' names their kids after sports stars or other famous people? I know a guy who named his son and daughter Han and Indiana. Big Harrison Ford fan.
Really?
Yeah, how awesome is that?
I guess until they have to tell people what they're named after.
That's awesome.
I don't. I always think that's kind of a weird thing to do.
I think that's really cool.
Okay, well, I guess your kids will be named. This is my son Deadpool and my daughter Lex Luthor.
I mean, I would try and sneak in a comic book name,
Okay.
like Bobby Drake.
If I had any idea who he was, I would comment on that.
That's Iceman.
Oh, okay, wow. I can't believe I didn't know Iceman's real name. Does he have a whole identity? Does he work somewhere? Is he like a plumber?
He's an accountant.
Oh God! Why do they always have like the most ridiculous? They also have to have like a boring job. It can't be like the oh hey, where's our stuntman? And you find out the stuntman's like Iceman out fighting crime.
Yeah, I guess they kind of want to lay low. Most of them don't even have jobs anymore. Bunch of
Oh, they
bums.
don't?
Damn millennials.
Wouldn't it be great if it was like, hey, dude, like, why, like, how do you like survive? Like, you're just on welfare. Yeah, well, I have a secret identity on Lifespan. It was just great that living off the system.
Exactly. You know, I save a bank from being robbed. I just take a little piece. Okay.
Who's that petty theft? Why does that petty thief look like Iceman?
If you like random banter, The Brink of Sanity is our comedy podcast, and it's an hour of what we just did. John writes, Knicks fans, I know that there's always a chance a high pick turns out to be a bust, but for those of you who think Phil should trade our draft pick, here's a fun fact. The Memphis Grizzlies are the only team left in the playoffs without a number 1 overall pick on their roster. Just saying, don't be so eager to trade the pick. Really think it through. I didn't know that everyone else had a number 1 pick. That's interesting. If we still had Stats Guy, he would have told us that like weeks ago.
Wait, you mean a number 1 pick overall?
Yeah.
No, let's see. Let's go through this real quick. Obviously Cleveland. Obviously the Wizards. Well, not obviously. Who's number 1 overall in the Hawks?
Number 1 overall in the Hawks.
I think he means just the first round pick.
I don't know. I know Golden State has Bogut.
Yeah. Memphis, obviously. You just said Memphis. Clippers.
Dwight was a number 1, right? That's Houston.
Yeah, I think he means everyone has a first round pick. One of their first round picks.
Was Chris Paul or Blake Griffin a number 1 pick?
Oh yeah, Blake Griffin was number 1. Yes.
So maybe he is right. Maybe they all have number 1. I just can't think of the Hawks.
Who on the Hawks would be number 1?
That I have no idea.
It's not. Let's go through the team. Teague obviously wasn't number 1. Millsap wasn't number 1. Korver is not number 1.
Is there
Also, they have.
Is there a bust on that team that, like maybe like deep into the bench?
That's number 1 overall. Can't think of.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't that many number 1 overall picks.
Maybe he's just wrong about the Hawks.
Oh, I remember. Do you remember when DeMarcus Carroll went number 1 overall?
All right. Well, if there is a Hawk, let us know because I can't for the life of me think of a Hawk that was a number 1 pick.
I mean, Horford was a lottery pick. I mean, everyone has a lottery pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Andrew writes, how is this for a Knicks conspiracy theory? Ronaldo Bachman / Rolando Blackman. Try saying that 3 times fast. No, I won't. Both played just
Ronaldo Bachman or that. I forgot it.
Yes, he is. Both played just 2 seasons for the Knicks. Both trace their roots back to Latin American countries, Puerto Rico and Panama. Both grew up in New York City boroughs, Staten Island and Brooklyn. Both played overseas after their NBA careers. Is it possible that these eerie similarities have been combined to create a cosmic disruption in the basketball world to create a really bad basketball franchise?
Elton Brand.
There you go. All right, he was right. Number 1 pick on every team.
Does it matter if it's not your number 1 pick?
No.
Okay, go on.
Wait a second. Really
so
bad.
we can just trade the pick for Elton Brand and it'll be good.
Really bad. Ronaldo Bachman, Rolando Blackman. RB. That is a fun conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that was on InfoWars.
Okay. So that is our email.
Twitter,
as I had accidentally logged into the Brink Twitter. All right, we're back. We are NY Knicks Podcast on Twitter. So our first question is, there's a lot of people just messaging us about how J.R. Smith is a dick. Brendan writes, do a top 10 mock draft in your own opinion.
Let's go on. let's find out the order first.
Yeah.
I'm not until I know who's picking what order. This just seems kind of ridiculous to do a mock draft. Well, here's my opinion about who will have their names drawn first.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to say. Like, I mean, I guess you would say Towns first and Okafor second, but then if like, I don't know, if Philly picks first, you think they probably take Okafor, or maybe they'll take. Oh, forget this. I need to know what order it is.
William writes, you guys need to do a D Rose interview after the game on this weekend's podcast.
Hey Jay, I don't know why you keep calling me. I don't need to, like, why am I on the show every week? It's like I have nothing better to do. Anyway, is this in my contract? Do I have to talk to you every week?
No, but I'm glad you think so. The buzzer beat, you hit a buzzer beater the other day, and you looked really nonplussed about it.
It's the drudgery of making $25 million a year. It's a tough life. My agent says if I want to get another big contract, I have to make it at least to the next round, which is such BS. But anyhow, I got to hit some shots. And it's one of those things that, like, on the one hand, you're glad you make the shot. On the other hand, it means you have to keep playing. God. Oh.
You got a rough life, Derek.
I know. It's not. I basically feel like a slave.
I'm not even going to go there. So you hit this shot, but now you have to win 2 more games.
I meant like Britney Spears, her slave. I was like her song about being a slave, okay. Not like slave, not like the no, it wasn't going all historical stuff on you.
Okay. So Cleveland won today. You got to pull out 2 more wins, or you're not going to get that max contract.
Yeah, well, like we had 40 minutes while the refs discussed about the ball, and so we were talking about who should cover who, and everyone was like, let's triple team LeBron. I was like, listen, guys, why would they pass to LeBron? That's the obvious thing to do. Anyway, I was wrong.
You should not play poker.
Well, I've got tons of money, so it's really like, it doesn't matter if I lose poker.
That's true. All right, so what's your plan now? You're going to win this series and then not.
Do you know
win the
how
next
tiring it is to even get to the arena? Like, I have to drive there or have my driver take me.
It does look like it takes effort to play basketball.
Then I have to put on the uniform. Then I have to do, quote, warm up.
Well, hang in there. It's almost over. It's almost over.
You know, and those guys that lace my sneakers for me that I pay just to lace my sneakers for me, I mean, that's like, I guess I'm creating jobs that way.
Wait, you pay a guy to lace your sneakers?
Yeah. It's like I'm one of the, I'm a job creator that people talk about.
Why can't you lace your own sneakers?
Yeah, I don't want to get you don't want to get deep down in the dirt. Like you have to be above stuff in life.
Where are you lacing your sneakers?
I'm just saying, I have a guy that I pay a guy about $100,000 a year just to lace my sneakers.
Is he on call 24 hours a day?
I mean, when I need to play basketball, he's there. I don't know.
That is
I have
amazing.
a guy I pay to call him.
Wait, you pay a guy to call the guy who ties your sneakers?
Yeah, I pay another guy $100,000 a year just to call him when I need him, and the guy shows up. I don't know. Anyway, that's why my agent says I really need to get this other contract.
Yeah, it sounds
because
like
I think I'm going to run out of money. I don't know why I run out of money. That seems ridiculous to me.
Good luck. I think next time we have you on the show, I want to hear about other people you're hiring for your personal staff because this is interesting stuff.
Well, I have a guy who irons my jersey between quarters.
Jerseys don't really wrinkle.
Oh, God, I'm going to fire that guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't need to iron jerseys.
Why have I been ironing it all this time?
Well, you haven't been ironing it.
No, the guy I pay to call that guy. Someone's screwing me on this. This is bullshit.
Do you have a different guy that calls
This
the
is
ironing
irony
guy?
thing is worse than having to play for the Bulls.
Wait. The guy who calls the guy who irons your jersey, is that a different guy than the guy who calls the guy to tie your shoelaces?
Yeah, I have another guy who coordinates all this stuff.
Well, you have a guy who coordinates the guys who call the guys to do stuff for you.
Yeah, it sounds confusing. I have someone else to explain it to me.
It sounds like you got a pretty big staff.
Yeah. They say, like, next to Walmart, I'm the biggest employer in the United States.
Yeah. Well, good luck there. You really need to get to the next round.
Yeah, could you hang on? The only reason I did the show today is I heard you guys were talking to Melo. Can you get me in Ninja Turtles too?
Oh, we'll see what we can do. We don't really have many Hollywood contacts, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, if they need a guy just to kind of like sit around set and like be in some scenes, that'd be me.
All right. Sounds good.
I could be a turtle.
I'm sure you can.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks, Derek. All right. That was a eye-opening interview.
Oh, I missed it. I was growing my chia pet.
I didn't know they still made those.
Apparently they do.
We have 10 people Googling Chia Pet right now.
Are we done with Twitter? Go to Facebook.
We are not done with Twitter. Steven writes, how
man.
much New York Knicks memorabilia do you own?
Not a ton actually.
Yeah, I don't
I'm not
have
into
a ton
memorabilia.
either. I'm posting all my Knicks memorabilia on our Instagram. So there's a plug. He writes, why are the New York Knicks the only team using the triangle right now?
Well, to answer your question, they're actually not using the triangle right now because they're not actually playing right now. So, because it obviously works. I mean, like you can't win a title without the triangle.
Right. No team has won the title since Phil retired.
I don't know why they're using the triangle. And if you go back to if you go back to prior to this season, we were excited about the triangle, and now we've found out. I don't know why. I don't know why we thought it was some kind of mythical thing that was going to make us all better.
Yeah, it turned out it was just Jordan and Kobe.
I don't know what we thought. Like, you put Barks in the triangle, and suddenly he's amazing. No one ever thought about having guys stand like in a triangle. Yeah, I guess you have to think that if it was such a good system, someone else would be using it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Phil Jackson won a ton of titles using it, and no one else said, "Let's copy that."
Yeah, they didn't have Jordan and Kobe.
But everything else in the NBA, people copy everything else you do.
Yeah, maybe it's just not that good.
I mean, it's probably fine. It's just probably having Jordan and Kobe might be the keys, and Shaq, the keys to doing this, winning.
Yeah. Let's see. He also writes, what do you think of JD in the straight shot? Does the fact that James Dolan is 59 years old and obese give you any hope? I mean, I hope the band blows up. Like, I hope it's just in a nuclear explosion.
I don't hope death upon them, but I do hope it blows up in the sense of becomes really popular, and Dolan is forced to just focus just on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's best case scenario, right?
He's so into it, he just sells the team. He's like, I don't even want to have to even deal with the Knicks these days. I'm like, gold record after gold record. I can't even be bothered with them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to happen, because I don't think there's any other way he's leaving this franchise.
Yeah.
Do we have any more? Can you guys also talk about Melo's upcoming cameo in the Ninja Turtles sequel? That's from Trent. We did that.
It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. You know what a cameo is not going to be? You know what's not going to be in a cameo? Him working on his game. It's not going to be him in like a basketball, like he's not in like a basketball gym, like trying to work on his jumper.
Let's see. Market Shot writes, most overused phrase by anyone in a podcast ever is Rosero writes.
Do we have questions from Rosero? Yes.
And the last one, he also wrote, it's stuck in my head so badly that my own thoughts now begin with Rosero writes, now it's time to eat breakfast. Brian writes, can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on Dolan bringing Isaiah back into the fold.
Yes, he's going to be the president of the New
Liberty.
York women's basketball
Yeah, the New
team.
York Liberty. Which means he's in
I
the
think
same
I don't think
building.
that's the name though. I think the team is just the New York women's basketball team. I think that's the actual name.
So he's going to be in MSG, which is scary in itself.
I don't really think this is going to make much of a difference. You really think suddenly he's going to jump over and take over the Knicks?
I don't. I just get nervous anytime Isaiah and Dolan are connected in any way.
You know who's really nervous about him being back in MSJ?
All the women?
Yeah, you beat me to the joke.
Yeah, that is also weird. I mean, the guy who was accused of like sexual harassment is now president of a women's team.
Yeah. I can't believe there's not a single. There must be women's groups that like pissed off about this.
I would think. I mean, this is the age of everyone getting pissed. If there's anything to get pissed about, this would probably be it.
I mean, this is like, hey, Michael Vick, you own a kennel now?
Yeah.
Not quite that bad, but
That is it for Twitter.
okay. Facebook, we have 1 or 2,000 questions. William writes, I think it's time for the Knicks podcast to get a more urban, cool theme song like the R.I.P. song by Jeezy instead of the theme song that mentions the Wizards. Considering the Knicks podcast numbers will drastically increase this season. They should drastically increase when the Knicks are good. Did we play the R.I.P. song last episode, right?
We did, but he thought it was hilarious and I don't know why.
Well, William,
is it
how
a
about
song
this?
we should not be playing? Why is that so funny? I don't get it.
I don't know. If you could put together a little like compilation of songs that are more urban, cool and stuff, we will play it next show. Put together a little mix. It can't just be one song. It has to be like a little bit of mix. You put together a mix, we'll play it the intro for the next episode after that. And if you could have the urban cool song theme song mention the Knicks in any way, that'd be helpful. Greg writes. He sent a picture of Superman. You must assemble a team of 3 heroes to take down a bloodluster, fully powered Superman. Who do you choose?
I don't know why you don't listen to Brink, because this is the stuff we talk about on our Brink podcast.
Greg doesn't listen to the Brink?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, Greg, why don't you just... We'll talk about it on the other show.
That's all we do is talk about random stuff on the other show.
Okay, 3 heroes. I'm going to...
Kryptonite Man.
Oh, I was going to do Alex Shved, Bargs, and Jason Smith. Actually, Bargs, Jason Smith, and Quincy Acey, as I don't want to see any of the 3 guys on the team next year. I'm Doug writes, which ex-Knick do you want to win the title?
David Lee.
I'm going
Zach Randolph.
yes, I'm going for Memphis. That's what I want to win. So
If you
Zach
get
Randolph.
Memphis, you not only get Zach Randolph, you get Bino Udrih.
Oh,
Well, that's good. He got screwed so bad by the Knicks. He deserves some good fortune.
yeah, he really got screwed by the Knicks. Greg writes, Greg who just posts pictures with questions on them or comments on them. When you about to get, this is Derrick Rose with his like no expression after hitting the game-winning shot. When you about to get turned in the club and your wife texts you to go home. I don't even know what "turn in the club" means.
I
I have no clue what that. I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like, get your like.
That means getting really trashed.
Oh, I thought maybe it means laid. I thought he was like cheating on his wife in this.
You gotta get with the lingo, man.
You heard of turnt?
Yeah.
What was there even a need to like not say trash? Turnt. I'm gonna get turnt tonight.
I know
This could be
William's laughing
some of
his
the
ass
worst
off right
lingo
now.
possible. You know when J.R. Smith, I was annoyed when J.R. Smith used to play Sunday games for the Knicks. He always showed up turnt.
No, he was turned the night before. You don't even get
Oh,
it.
he got turned the night before. Yeah. What's the derivation of this? Like, where does this come from? Like, turn.
I don't know where it comes from.
I'm gonna Urban Dictionary. Please help me.
Don't never go to Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary says, They say horny, drunk, effed up, crunk. Damn, I'm all turned on, and I'm getting turned to tonight at the club.
We should do a whole podcast of you just reading Urban Dictionary.
Turn like the hype for a party or a club. Brah, this party about to be turned. I cannot communicate in the urban area, I guess. Turned. The most wonderful feeling in the world, sought after by the biggest bosses and ballas. It can only be achieved when all five senses are stimulated to their fullest
All right,
extent.
let's move
the
on.
links between inspired by All the Way Turned Up by Soulja Boy. I don't listen to Soulja Boy.
That's where it came from.
Yeah. So
Soulja
Jay,
Boy.
have you ever used this like at work? Jay, what are you doing this weekend? I think Friday night. Me and the girlfriend might just take in a movie. Saturday night, we're going to a friend's party. I might get turned there. Greg writes, Derrick Rose interview regarding his game-winning shot in Game 3. Noam writes, what team besides the Knicks do you guys think has the potential to significantly improve their record next season, like the Bucks did this season?
I would say the Timberwolves.
Yeah, actually, that would actually be a very good call because they had a ton of injuries. I would say Philly may not be in the lottery next season. Actually, they're going to be in the lottery. May not be a top 5 pick next year.
Yeah, they got to start winning, right? I mean,
They got to start with. They have a lot of rooms. I mean, you got to think. Next year, you got Embiid plus Nerlens Noel, whatever the hell his name is. Plus, you get a number 1 draft pick to go along with that. They should start being good. Plus, they have the other guy coming back who was in your last year, also the number 10 pick.
right. Then they got the guy from Europe, and then they got 2 high draft picks.
They got a ton of guys. You have to think they have to start suddenly getting better.
Yeah.
And their defense actually wasn't that bad this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to actually turn into a real team.
Yeah. George writes, question, if either the Riley era Knicks or the 99 Knicks were in this year's playoffs, how far would you think they would go, and how would they fare against today's competition? We're going to assume they're in the East still, right?
Yeah, and I think, see, that's the problem. I think talent-wise, they would go far, but I think the way the game is called today, like, everyone would foul out, and they, you know.
Yeah, that's a problem. If you play under the 90s rules, I think then those Knicks would go to the finals.
Yeah.
The Riley Knicks, at least.
Mm-hmm.
The 99 Knicks, I feel like, got a little bit lucky. You agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you play on today's rules,
I think they would have some problems. That team was
Yeah.
really rough.
yeah, that's who, like, the team kind of beat the other teams down, which I don't see being as helpful.
I mean, can you
They would
imagine
still,
how many...
it would still, so even if they, let's say, play today's rules, they'd go pretty far, though. I would think at least the second round of the playoffs.
How many fouls would James Harden draw on those Knicks?
Oh, I'm not even talking about the West.
Although
I
they
mean,
would put him on his ass, and he would probably think twice about all his flopping shit.
Yeah, seriously. I think in the West, they would probably, I don't think they'd go that far in the West, in today's rules.
Right.
It's a good question, though. George writes, 10 days to go till the ping pong balls drop. Can't wait. I think we land a second pick. That's my vibe. George, apparently you're not a real Knicks fan. Rosero writes,
Wait, is it you're a real Knicks fan if you
Max,
say fifth?
LOL. Yeah, if you don't think it's fifth, then you really aren't a true Knicks fan. Rosario writes, to think we could go, I don't know what the order that this should be in. It's like 30 questions. Okay, let me start at the bottom of his. Okay, Rosario writes, LeBron must fall or watch everyone perish in the process. Okay, Rosario writes, 295 episodes. Boo, Marks and Jay. How have you survived this much? What is the secret to your success? Are you guys signing new contracts or taking your talents to South Beach?
The secret to
Wouldn't
our
it be great if-
success...
I said, wouldn't it be great if we were just like we're announcing we're going over to a different team?
We might
just
have
did it.
to, depending on how this offseason goes.
If we trade the draft pick, we might actually do that.
Yeah.
What's the secret to our success, Jay?
The secret to our success is that we don't have any.
There you go. Rosario writes, I agree. Knicks need a better themed intro song like Knicks Blog Radio Podcast has a dope rap intro. You guys should make a new intro. Well, all the Top Fly Week new beats like Party Time by Eddie Murphy or some Dr. Dre gangster rap music all ID my GGGGG unit. How about someone else make this theme for us and we'll play it, okay?
I don't want to just play a song unless it's an original song.
Well, you have to do some kind of compilation. You have to do some kind of mixtape thing. And it should be something related to New York at least, if not the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Or
easy
else,
to
what's
just
the point?
It's easy to just play a song.
Okay, next we're just going to play our intro song is going to be In the Club by 50 Cent. Nothing related at all to the Knicks.
We're just going to play Freebird.
Rosario writes, have you guys ever meet any of your fans in person? That would be a negative, right, Jay?
That is a negative. We are going to try and have a meetup the next season. We will.
Did you go to the posting and toasting? Want to meet one or two people who knew the show?
Yeah, but they weren't fans of our show. They were fans of posting and toasting, and Nick Blogger.
True. Okay, whatever.
We will. We will have a meetup next season.
Rosario writes, oh, ha ha ha, Bulls Rose, Beasta Modi. Sorry, you guys, watching game 2, Bulls Cleveland, what a game. Rosario writes, to think we could have had JD Redick. That guy is gold. You weren't supposed to trade Shumpert for Redick?
Yeah, we made a lot of bad moves.
But good thing we kept him. And Rosario writes, 4 questions max, LOL. Liam writes, 30 questions. Liam writes, Jimmy Butler, I'll be happy if we get this guy. I don't want Rondo, nah, and who the hell uses Pinterest anymore? Is Pinterest out?
I don't know. We don't have a Pinterest. Mark just likes saying Pinterest. We never had a Pinterest. I don't even know what it is.
My favorite social media site to say, the best name ever, Pinterest. Though actually we are going to now be on turnt.com, our new social media platform we're going to promote. Yeah.
You just
so
post pictures of yourself when you're turned.
Yeah, do you think turnt.com is a website? I want to find out. Pretty sure it's probably taken.
If not, we should nab it.
Turnt.com it looks like it might be taken. There's a picture of Brian Keith video for We Got That. I don't know what the hell this is. Anyway, it's Turnt Knicks. Turnt is going to be our big social media. We're announcing it here, okay? We're going to do an IPO soon. Liam writes, I'll be happy with Jimmy Butler. You'll be happy with Jimmy Butler if we get him?
Yeah. We're not getting him.
How the hell does Mark not know who Deadpool is? The nerve of this guy, the meatballs on this freaking avocado.
Deadpool is really famous right now.
Right. My son and his friends don't know Deadpool, so he can't be that famous.
He's an adult superhero.
That just sounds really gay.
If your son is reading
An
it, you'll
adult
be a
superhero.
bad parent.
Come on, does anyone know Deadpool?
Yes, they're coming out. Why would they make a movie?
I guarantee if we walk like one of those like man in the street surveys where you just stop like 10, 20 people, no one knows Deadpool. I get like 1 in 20 people know Deadpool.
I'm going to call in sick tomorrow and do that survey just to prove you wrong.
Guarantee. Unless you do it like at like a convention. You just did it like in like Times Square tomorrow, you would have no shot.
Damn, I was going to do it at Forbidden Planet.
I don't know what Forbidden Planet is.
It's a comic book shop in Union Square.
Liam writes, you guys almost at 300 episodes. What special thing will you do? Or will you guys have an intervention? Haha, get it?
At 300 episodes, the special thing we have planned is to just quit.
For the 300th episode, the Knicks will do something smart. Can't say what it is, but on the 300th episode, we'll talk about that smart thing the Knicks did.
I mean, it's got to happen, right?
Yeah. Liam writes, 14 questions max, please, for each person. LOL. Liam also writes, if you guys were approached by a sponsor to advertise on your show, but it was like a not-so-cool sponsor like Fleshlights, Rubber Black Meat Stick, or Boner Pills, would you guys still do it? Yes.
Absolutely.
As long as they're paying American dollars, we'll do it.
Yeah.
If they can get the American dollars to us in any way, I can't think of pretty much anything we'd say no to.
Yeah, I would pretty much take anything. So
Did we get that check from ISIS for the advertisement to the banner ad? William writes, if the Knicks draft Towns, I'll be like, they be like smooth. What? Can you teach me how to doggy? You know why? Because all the bitches love me. Hey, read this comment with swag, please. San.
you better read it again because you didn't read it with swag.
I don't know how to do that. William writes,
read it
is
with
Jason
Gringo?
is Jason excited for Faux Tap Sup?
What? Faux tap sup?
Your new turn. You should know this crap.
Spell it.
I don't know how to spell this crap. FOETEESUPP.
Faux TC? I have no idea. I don't know
So I Googled this. The first website says My Oracle Support. Second website says Your Images European Cinema Support Fund. And the third website says For the GOP, support for Israel becomes new litmus test.
Well, that doesn't help at all. That's like 3 random things.
3 websites, completely different. And then William writes, sorry, typo.
We are a show.
I can't believe I read. Sorry, typo. Is Jason more? I can't believe I read. Oh my god, I'm a moron. Sorry, typo. Is Jason more excited for the Suicide Squad or Superman or versus Batman movie? What is the Suicide Squad? I think I've heard this name before. What the hell is that?
It's a bunch of DC villains. It's got like Harley Quinn and I think Joker's in it, and so it's like a bad.
Are they
guy.
ever going to make a comic movie where people are just like, I've never heard of that?
It's a bad guy.
Like
team.
Harley Quinn. Has anyone ever heard of that person?
It's Joker's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. He has a girlfriend. I didn't see it in the Batman movies.
That's because they tell the origin story every goddamn time.
I'm pretty much convinced that they go to those meetings. They go okay, we're gonna get a focus group. So Batman, we start the story with everyone knows who Batman is. So we just start the story. Hello, I have a question. Who's Batman? Yeah, we don't know Batman. Can you do an origin movie? There's been like 30 origin movies. We don't know who Batman is. You can't. We're just really confused if you start the story as this guy just being Batman. How did he become Batman? Fine, we'll do a fucking another origin movie. Pretty sure that's how it goes.
I'm gonna go with Suicide Squad, even though Will Smith is one of the bad guys.
So which one are you more excited? Suicide Squad. I would say Batman versus Superman because I didn't know who the Suicide Squad was, and Batman versus Superman sounds like a cool movie, except for the fact that Superman's invincible. So I assume Batman just has a lot of kryptonite on his belt because they sell that at 7-Eleven.
Superman's invincible, and Batman has no powers, so that should be a great fight.
They have to sell kryptonite at 7-Eleven. Like everyone has it, basically on the entire planet Earth in those movies.
No, it's ridiculous. I actually didn't know who the Suicide Squad was until I heard they were making a movie of it.
Is Superman versus Batman going to have like a third, like an actual villain, or is it really just going to be the two of them fighting? Because I figure it's like they'll fight and they go, "Oh, I thought you were. Oh, that was a misunderstanding. Let's just be friends, and then we'll fight the real bad guy."
That's the way it is in every comic. They'll have like Avengers versus X-Men, and then it's always like, "I thought you were so and so. Let's fist bump and go get the bad guy."
I wonder. I would like to be at the focus group when they show like the end of the movie. It's just like Superman crushing Batman's head. Just screaming, I killed Batman. And people are like, I'm gonna cry now. Gillem writes, Phil said he wanted the Knicks to compete for the playoffs last season. If the Knicks had the 8th seed, what would be better and what would be worse towards next season? Would we really be better in a better position? No, obviously. Ali writes, do you want to answer that more?
Nope.
Okay, Ali writes, Melo is hanging out with Winslow at the Yankee game. Would you be all right with him as our pick? I wouldn't mind him picking him up if we were at 4 or 5, but I would prefer Russell or Moutier if they are available first. ABD foremost.
I still think Moutier is going to be a bust.
I have no idea. I don't know enough about it. He's playing in China. I'm not like... as far as Winslow, I'd be very happy with Winslow.
Yeah.
He seems like he plays defense. Seems like a guy that would be good to get on our team. More questions. We're almost done. Greg writes, F you, J.R. Smith, every Knicks fan following Cavs game 4.
He's such a dick.
Such a dick. By the way, Rangers are up 4-2. They are about to even this to 3-3 and go for Game 7 against Washington.
Nice.
We should do a Rangers podcast instead. Greg reposts his other previous question about Derrick Rose, and Greg writes, I'd be happy if we get any of these guys. Chris Middleton, Jay Crowder, Patty Mills. Yes to Middleton. I'd like him.
I like
What do you think, Crowder?
Crowder? Yeah, sure. Yeah, all those guys are good.
Is Mills a free agent?
Not sure. I guess
Okay.
he is. He wouldn't have put that if he wasn't, right? Stats
Yeah.
guy.
Stat guy. You're refired, stat guy.
We're going to hire you
Greg
again just to
writes-
fire you again.
Greg writes, surprised that the Grizzlies are up 2-1. Predictions on all the series. Greg writes, time for his Knicks or not. I do actually am enjoying Greg's Knicks or not thing. He's tripping me up every week.
I like how he fools you every time. If he put like
Okay.
Clark Kent, would he still fool you?
We put what? Ella Harrington. I think I say yes in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glenn Rice.
Yes.
No.
Didn't we get
Really?
him like? Didn't we get him like right before? Like he was washed up, but we got him. We paid a ton of money, and then he like never played.
I am going to since Stat Guy can't seem to like be bothered. I'm gonna go look it up myself. And
Yes.
you are right. He was there for 1 year.
Yep. That's
I
what thought.
completely forgot about that. And he averaged 12 points a game.
Yep.
For us.
Career 18 points, 12 on the Knicks.
Yes. Patrick Ewing Jr.
I think he made the summer league team. He definitely never played on the actual Knicks, though.
Never played in the actual team. James White. We all remember this guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Only thing I can do is dunk, except when the dunk contest happens, and I suck there. James Hetfield. I'm guessing this is a superhero.
No.
Who's James Hetfield?
Are you serious?
Who am I thinking of?
The lead singer of Metallica?
Oh,
You got him again. I can't believe he got you with that one.
C.J. Leslie. I don't think he's ever on the team. He's on the summer league team. And C.J. Parker.
I think C.J. Parker's made up.
Greg writes, P.S. C.J. Parker was Pamela Anderson's character in Baywatch.
Okay.
Okay. Greg writes,
I
I
can't
want
believe
to
he
know.
got you with James Hetfield.
Oh, shut up. Greg writes, I want to know Jay and Mark's top 5 New York sports icons.
New York sports icons. Oakley, Ewing. They're all going to be Knicks, I think.
Well, does he mean like basketball or just all sports?
He said New York sports, so it's probably all sports.
Ah. So for you, it would only be
Don Mattingly.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason I was a big Mattingly fan.
Oh God! Like, first Larry Bird. Why do you hate? Why do you love all the people I hate?
I just
I don't really hate Don Mattingly, but like you don't even like baseball, and you like Don Mattingly. I'm gonna move on to the next question.
That's because that's when I liked baseball. I liked baseball in the 80s.
when the Yankees sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna choose the time when the Yankees suck and pick their one player, and I'm gonna stick with him.
I was 8. I liked Ricky Henderson.
I don't like your 8-year-old self. Okay.
I liked Ricky Henderson, Dave Winfield.
Okay. Noam writes, what happened? I was promised the next James Posey. It was Cleanthony early.
Oh. Yeah, he's not James Posey. Let's give him one more year before. I'm not as down on him as I was Hardaway, but it's not looking good.
Well, I feel like a second round pick, you might want to give him more time. I agree with that.
It's not looking good.
He hasn't been very good.
No.
Yeah. Don't you think maybe he would have been benefited with just playing the full year in the D League?
Probably, but we had nobody else. I mean, he got development time, so
Yeah,
we were
whatever.
calling to play him. We wanted him to get run.
No, we wanted to get Ron. He didn't look good.
No, he didn't.
It's true. Gillum writes, let's play a game. Redraft the last 5 drafts, making your top 5. Which positions were they in the real draft? Let's play another game. List your favorite NBA players of all time from 1 to 1,000.
I mean, that does sound like a good thing for the summer, but that's a lot of preparation that we can't just do right now. Let's save that idea for the summer when there's absolutely nothing going on.
Isn't absolutely nothing going on? Well, yeah, I guess there's playoffs now and stuff.
Playoffs now. And we've managed to go over an hour, so...
Yeah, do you think you can... I have a question. Here's a quick trivia. There's a different version of this. I'm going to give you each draft, see how many of the top 5 guys you can get.
Oof. Okay, I'm not going to...
Let's try it. 2014. Happened last year. Top 5. You don't have to get the order. How many guys can you get? You don't have a lot of time. You got to go fast.
Yeah, last year was, let's see, Embiid?
Yes.
Oladipo?
No.
Last year, Wiggins?
Yes.
We had Elfrid Payton?
No. Payton was pick number 10.
10. Okay. Trying to think who was...
Jabari Parker?
Jabari Parker?
Yes.
And, who's the other guy that got...
2 guys you're
Julius
not going to get.
Randle?
Aaron Gordon. And at 5 to the Jazz, Dante Exum.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Australian guy.
Yeah.
I would say he hasn't worked out yet. 2013.
Anthony Bennett.
Yes.
I know that just because it was ridiculous. Was that Nerlens Noel?
And he was number 6. Though apparently he should have gone higher based on the rest of the guys.
That was Oladipo.
Yes. You can just give up the next 3.
Okay.
Otto Porter, Cody Zeller, Alex Len. We're going to get any of those guys?
No, definitely not.
This just shows you how great the top 5 draft picks are.
This is kind of scary that there's so many whiffs.
2012.
2012. Was that 3 years ago?
I'll give you a hint. One of these 5 guys is really good.
2012.
One of these guys is like the top 5 players in the NBA.
Really?
Arguably.
Oh, Anthony Davis.
Yes.
That wasn't... No, Kyrie's been around longer than that, right?
No. He was also number 1 pick.
I don't know. I don't want to play anymore.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Bradley Beal, Deion Waiters, and Thomas Robinson.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got any of those.
You'd be happy if you had Beal or like Waiters or Robinson. You wouldn't be really too excited if you had those guys.
No, not at all.
Okay, 2011. This is really like kind of pressing. So this is the Kyrie Irving one.
Mm-hmm.
Just try quickly if you can get anyone else.
Klay Thompson.
No. Okay.
He was drafted that year, right? He was probably
11.
lower. Yeah.
Derrick Williams, who sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Enes Kanter has been pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan Thompson, and Jonas Valanciunas.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a rough draft. It really kind of kills our draft. This is the and 2010. You don't even want to try, right? One of these guys,
Blake Griffin.
the number 1 draft pick is in the playoffs right now.
Blake Griffin.
The number 1 draft pick is in the East. He plays point guard.
Derrick Rose.
His complete descendants. We ran into a blank.
John Wall.
Yes.
I forgot him because he broke his hand in 5 different places.
The rest of the draft, Evan Turner, Derek Favors, Wesley Johnson, and DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, that's another not good one. All right, we're at like an hour and 20 minutes. Let's move on.
You know what's great also is that I didn't notice this, I already closed the other pages, but they have a star next to the guys who have been selected to at least one All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Just John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and then no one else in the first round.
In the first round? Jeez.
No one else in the sorry. No one else in the draft.
That's bad.
What did we learn today, Jay? That the draft might not be our savior?
Yeah, we learned that was pretty depressing.
That was kind of depressing.
We learned that Carmelo Anthony is working on his image, his brand.
Okay, I'm going to give you sorry, I know it's going to kill you, but 2011 draft, how many players have been selected to an All-Star game?
5.
3. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, and Jimmy Butler.
Yikes.
Let's just keep going with this real quick. 2012 draft, how many guys have been selected to an All-Star team? Less years, obviously.
4.
1. Anthony Davis.
Holy crap.
2013. It's only 2 years, obviously.
1.
0. And I'm pretty sure you can guess 2014. How many?
That wasn't the Anthony Davis year, right?
No, this is last year. It's 0 again, obviously.
Anthony 0, yeah. Great. Although Wiggins will make one.
Yeah. I mean, other guys, Jabari Parker might have been pretty good. Okay. Anyway, that was the most depressing moment ever in lead up to the draft. And the Rangers are now up 4-3 with 4 minutes to go. I'm getting a little nervous. Anyway, what else we learned today, Jay? That we can go over an hour talking about nothing.
How are we ever going to get the show under an hour? I don't.
Probably not do a 40-minute interview in which I just lift off things dumb jokes.
Yeah, that might help. All right, so thanks for listening, everybody. We also have a website, thenewyorknickspodcast.com. You can check that out. NY Knicks Podcast is Twitter. It's Instagram. At gmail.com is our email. Are we on anything else?
Pinterest. Our page is nickspinterest.com. And we're also on nicksatturnt.com.
So leave us a review on iTunes, please.
If you want to leave the review on Turnt, that'd be fine as well.
Yes, and get some Knicks shirts. That'll be fun. You can find those on the NewYorkKnicksPodcast.com as well. All right, so we'll be back. I don't know, a week or two. We'll see. Depends on what happens this week.
Jay is contemplating doing the show. Not wait until after the draft, after the draft lotto. Anyway, we'll be back soon.
Right, we'll be back at some point. Bye, everybody.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go.
This is the end.
Say goodbye. You better go away.
I'm gonna leave you.
It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone.
Feels so good to say goodbye.
I'm sick and tired and I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye, girl.
Goodbye, everybody.
I think we just start a new podcast called Mark Reads Urban Phrases.
I bet we'll get some comments on that one.
Yeah.
Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Progressive presents Mindfulness with Flow.
You are a mighty fortress of supreme knowledge,
Progressive Direct has not only revealed their rates, but those of their competitors. If you were any more in the know, you would be drowning in, the know.
Compare Progressive Direct rates with competitors' rates, because knowledge is power. Visit Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.